welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for January the 6th through January the 12th. And what a celestial sky we have this week. Wow, major. But I'll get into that in the astrology report. Right now, we're on the intro, and I want to thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you enjoy these readings and that you will return. These are general readings and they're for the collective, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, click on this link, which will take you to my website, and you can see what readings I offer. I live to give readings, guys. Now, this is for your sun, moon, and rising. Don't forget that. There will be skip times for the intro, the astrology report, and the tarot card reading if you are checking out your sun, moon, and rising. All the other links and everything will be in the show more section below, so you can always check below in the description box and click on any of the links in there. You know, if you want to look at the other readings, or it takes me a minute sometimes to get the links up, you know, but once everything's up, then I put the links up. Please help me by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. And now, without further ado, let's get to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology report section of your reading. And first, I just can't go without mentioning and putting my heart out there for Australia and all those fires. And, you know, I can't spend too much time on that because I get very emotional, but I'm praying for them. And I just, if anyone's watching from Australia, my God, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. And maybe this is what I don't want to say this is what we need, to take this. Maybe governments around the world will hear this and take some action and towards climate control and perhaps people will stop denying that there's a climate crisis. Anyway, I have to move on from that. I get very emotional with that. It's very, very sad. All the animals and anyway. The year 2020 will not be easy. If you are one of my patrons or one of my patrons, you can check out my Patreon page, guys. I am going to do a yearly forecast for those for those patrons by sign, and I'm working on that. And it is challenging. For most of us, will be affected, especially those in cardinal signs. Cancer. excuse me. Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. We will be most affected by this huge astrological event coming up. But let me go on to Thursday, January the 10th, the full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer at 20 degrees. At 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Full moons, as most of you know, is when the moon is opposite the sun, and it's actually the sun is lighting up the moon. It's full on. It's exactly opposite, right? So their energies are melding, right? They're almost married, if you will, because it's kind of a seesaw effect. But not only is the moon opposite the sun at this time, it's also opposite Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn, and the South Node. So I can't help but mention in Capricorn, there's Jupiter, the Sun, Mercury, the South Node, Pluto, and Saturn. And 2 centaurs are also in there. And there's never been that many planets in Capricorn. I think it's been 735 years, according to Pam Gregory. It's 735 years. I haven't checked it in the ephemeris, but I believe her because she does a lot of research. And she does mundane, which is all about, government and the world. I do more personal, so I do appreciate her knowledge on that. Okay, so this is the okay, so the moon in Cancer is going to be all about kind of family, relationships, it's emotional, it's about home. Um, and Capricorn, which is opposite, is all about the government and kind of authority and really about career and work and things like that. So it's about that balance. It's about those opposing energies. And this, look, full moons are about releasing, letting go, right? Ending, culminations. Um, and eclipses are even more about that. So eclipses can kind of bring something to the forefront that's like secrets are revealed, things, realizations are coming into play, and this is about clearing things out. It's about um, trimming the fat, streamlining. What do you need as opposed to what do you want? It's really about streamlining. It's about not having more than you need. That's what it's about. It's clearing things out. It is organizing. It is getting rid of sometimes people, places, things, whatever isn't serving you anymore or that, doesn't align with you anymore, because we outgrow friendships and relationships sometimes. Sometimes we stay in them well past their expiration date. And we need to kind of look at that. Things may come to a head where we'll see that and we'll see that we need to move on. It's those of us who are more self-aware and want to grow and move forward in this on this journey, we'll see what we need to let go of. So change is inevitable. This is about change. Neptune is it's in a trine to the eclipse. Our intuition and psychic abilities are heightened, and our sensitivity to other people's energies are also heightened. We can feel their moods, we can feel their energies. And, if you're surrounded by toxic people, that's toxic. It's going to affect you personally. So you want to, surround yourself or protect yourself and not get too tuned in. If you find yourself tuning into somebody who's like raging or depressed or, in a terrible mood, don't take it personally. Retreat from their energy. So, a lot of emotions can be brought up. It's a very emotional time. Well, some of us are feeling it now. Also, on Thursday, January the 10th, Uranus stations direct. Now, it has been retrograde since August the 12th, 2019. So that's 5 months. And it will station direct now. It's been slowing down. Now, this Uranus is the planet of electrifying sudden changes and happenings. Uranus rules electricity. It's like lightning and thunder. And it's the higher octave of Mercury. It's about fast thinking, sudden happenings. And as it slows down to go direct, its symbolism amplifies. So, electronics could go awry. I've been having that. I mean, I've had a lot of technical issues the last week or so. So I know that this has been happening to me. So that will bring an element of the unknown into the mix on Thursday as well, and actually before and after. They say eclipses last up until 6 months, but so look, this brings me to our huge astrological event that astrologers have been talking about for years. That is Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Now, as I mentioned before, we have Jupiter, the Sun, the South Node, Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn all in Capricorn, plus two centaurs, Plutos and Chariklo. But I'm not going to get into them. That's a whole other video. But anyway, there's not been that many planets in Capricorn for 735 years. That's a long time. This is huge. It's massive. There's massive change. People who will be affected by this are those in cardinal signs particularly, and that is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and of course Capricorn, where it's all happening. So they are the ones who are most affected by this. But of course, depending on where your planets are, so many of us are. This is because it's all in Capricorn, it's global too. We're already seeing changes happening. We're already seeing politics and catastrophes happen around the world, because Saturn is about rules and regulations and the old order, right? He's like the father figure. And Pluto is about breaking the old systems down so that new systems can replace. So it's about destruction, it's death and rebirth, right? Well, the destruction part is kind of, it's stressful for us. And we're seeing that in Australia. We're seeing it, Iran, #2 guy being taken out. I mean, and things are definitely going to progress exponentially. Look, I can't help it. It's kind of a pessimistic view, but when I look at the astrology, it is disturbing, to say the least. The good thing is, though, that yes, there's destruction, yes, but what will come out of this is a new world order. Things will change. I mean, irrevocably change. And I think after the beginning of 2021, it's kind of peaceful for a while. But I'm not going to go into that. This is a very deep and very intense time, and time will tell as to how this will play out. Many of you are already feeling this change and transformation, and things are coming up. Pluto brings stuff up from the dark, out of the darkness into the light to be addressed. Secrets come out. Governments, we've already been seeing that. You see, we feel this before, and we'll be feeling it for the whole of 2020, not to mention other things that are going on later in the year. So what I will say, yes, all these old structures and paradigms will be restructured. They'll be brought down. And, I mean, I'm going into this in a lot more depth on my Patreon page. I'm going to be creating videos for the year for the signs. So I am currently working on those and I've been studying this for a while, and I've been really looking at what's going on for each sign and how they are affected. But I will say this in general, this is all like outward energy, because in Capricorn it's all yang energy, it's male energy, it's going out, it's explosive. And that's the same with Uranus. It's been in retrograde, so it's kind of within and going, when a planet goes retrograde, it kind of goes in, right? So we need to bring the yin energy out, and the way to do the yin, the way to balance this with yin energy is to go within. Going within, we can quieten our mind. We don't have to be frightened. When we are at peace within, then we experience peace without, and we can hear ideas and solutions to what we think is our problems are. We need to be bigger than our problems, is what we need to be. And we can do that by going inside. So meditation is so important, and that'll bring us into the yin within, right? The yin within. We need to connect with a divine feminine. We need to be receptive and not pushing out, because this is all pushing out, right? This is all male yang energy. So we need to get in touch with the yin, and we need to be the calm within the storm. And we'll get through this, darling. We'll get through this together. Let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Pisces, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for January the 6th through the 12th. This is for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for this January the 6th through the 12th. 3 cards for Pisces, please. 3 cards for Pisces. There's 1. 2 more cards for Pisces, please. 2 more cards. There's 2. 1 more card for, oh, 1 more card for Pisces, please. 1 more card. There it is. Okay. There's crossover here, guys. So check out your sun, moon, and rising. In the description box below, all the well, actually, yes, or definitely in yours. You're the last card reading up, so you have all the links immediately as soon as it goes live. You get all the links to all the videos. So if you know sun, moon, and rising, check them out. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces through these clarifying cards for the week of January the 6th through the 12th? Spirits here, my nose is going 10 to the dozen. Okay, please clarify the... Oh, that's it, yeah. There you go. Please clarify the... Oh! Please clarify the... There it is. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's look at your cards, Pisces. The first card out for you is the, let me put that back, that's the, there you go. First card out for you is the 4 of Pentacles. Then you, clarifying that, is the 5 of Swords. Then you have the 3 of Cups, clarified by the Fool. And then you have the Page of Wands, clarified by the 4 of Cups. Okay. Pisces. Okay. So the first card out, Pisces, is the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is holding on to something. It's like, what do you need to let go of? And it's a question that we all need to ask ourselves, particularly this week's celestially, you know, astrologically, because we have this conjunction with Pluto and also the eclipse. So it's all about what can we streamline? What do we need as opposed to what do we want? So yeah, we all want, but what do we actually need? So this is about letting go. This is about letting go of situations, of things, you know, possessions perhaps, you know. I'm letting go of my car. I am. I don't use it as much. And you know what? I need to let it go. I've got to streamline. You know, I have to let go of some things that I don't use a lot of. So I'm just saying, I say that because, you know, do I want to let it go? No. But do I need it really? Of course I can rationalize and say yes, but ultimately I don't. You know, I live in New York, you know. We have amazing public transportation, you know, and I have a bike. I need to get on the bike. I need to exercise. So anyway, I say all that, but I think what you need to let go of, there is, this is the 5 of Swords. So this is an argument that can't be won. And sometimes when you're in this argument, it's like you're like a dog with a bone. It's like you can't let it go. Even though you know you can't win, this can be politics, right? This can be religion. People are really into, you know, it can be something like that. You cannot change people's minds like that. You can't. You know, tell a Trump fan to start, you know, following a Democrat. They won't. Tell a Democrat, a Bernie follower to start following Trump. They won't. It's pointless to have a conversation like that. It's pointless. So anyway, this is, okay, so this is 2 ways of interpreting this. You could be in an argument that you can't let go of. And the thing is, but what I'm getting actually for you is that you've probably been in an argument and somebody has insulted you, because this is the kind of argument that nobody can win, and it ends up with somebody insulting you or talking down to you or being condescending, something like that. This is when you can't, I've got a feeling that you probably can't let go of this scenario. Whatever happened in this scenario, you can't let go of. It hurt you deeply because you're ultra sensitive. And this is something you've just got to let it go. Leave it in the past. It's done. You can't do anything about it. The problem is sometimes with this, you may have lost a friend because of it, right? So, or your relationship has changed with someone because of it. It's like you'll never go back to the way you used to be before this happened. And so this is letting it go, and not letting it go for the other person. Let it go for you. It's move on from it. Don't waste any more time going over it in your head. Learn from it, definitely, so you'll know never to get into a situation like that again. But don't berate yourself or the other person. You can let that person go. Maybe you're trying to be friends with the person again, or trying to, recoup that relationship. It's not worth it. Let it go. Definitely let that go. And the next card out is the Three of Cups, and this is celebrate. I feel that, look, this is friendship, right? And this is like-minded people, definitely, is what I'm getting. And this is a new way to go forward. Drop this, and whoever this person was, drop them. You don't need them in your life. Or you don't need that situation in your life. You need to just let it go and focus on this, because be with like-minded people. Have fun with people who believe what you believe. And this is the Fool. It's a new journey, and he's number 0, right? Infinite possibilities, exciting. It's an adventure. It's like, new beginnings. Have faith that, you're going to make deeper connections with others. Celebrate that fact. Celebrate that you've lost the other person who can be so nasty, or who brings out the nasty in you, because, we can be really nice people, but we may not be nice in the company of others. Some people don't bring out the best in us, and some people do. So we want to be with the people who bring out the best in us, the people who lift us up. And that's really like-minded people. Spirit is here. My nose is going crazy. So that's exciting. And then look, you have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, look, when the Page of Wands comes into a reading, I have a feeling that you have had this idea for a while and you haven't acted on it. It's been a thought, and you've been thinking about it and perhaps kind of loosely planning it, but not taking the action to manifest it or to realize it. So you are being asked to do it. Take the action. This, all this energy in Capricorn is very cardinal. It's get up and do. It's an action oriented, right? So we need to take action. And so you're being asked to listen, whatever has been brewing in the background, whatever you're thinking of, even if it's like really focus on it. And I'm saying that because you've got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is missed opportunities, because you're so up in your head about what hasn't worked out. Perhaps here, you're so taken up with that you're not seeing the gift right in front of you. You're not seeing it. So this is about taking action. And being in the moment, focusing. Stop berating yourself, or stop obsessing about what hasn't worked out, and be right there with these new like-minded people. Get the opportunity that's right in front of you. Take it. Take the action. Don't miss this opportunity from being up in your head. Don't be Neptunian. I always think this is Neptunian, right? Thinking, dreaming, or regretting, or whatever it is that you're in your head about. Pisces, don't miss this opportunity. Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to let you know that this is a viewer supported channel. So if you could check out my Patreon page and perhaps donate a one-time donation, or $1 a month, as little as $1 a month. It's $12 a year. It's not a lot, but I can do a lot with that. And of course, no pressure, just like, share, comment, and subscribe if that's what you can do. I really appreciate that too. And also, my videos have advertising on it, and if you could watch the advertisement all the way through, that would be a big help. I get paid for that too. I mean, every little helps. And of course, more than anything, if you can, purchase a reading from me, because that's what I love to do. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here all the way to the end. And don't forget to join my Facebook group so we can hang out there. I love you all. Thank you. Mwah. I'll see you next week.